behind the scenes.
Okay, so
Peyton, Ashley, and Justin, thank you so much.
Overall, this is a pretty exciting stream. I'm excited for the future. This gives me a lot of hope. A lot of hope so far. Let's just go over a little bit of stuff that I wrote down for some quick notes. So I got Fickle is coming back and looking for bodies to make more Scorn, but he needs dead bodies to do so. So we're working with Mithrax and Ido to help prevent this. To help with this opportunity, Ido will be teaching us the efforts of potion and tonic crafting, which comes in 2 flavors of combat and reward flavors. I just put flavors. I don't know why I put flavors, but I did. Combat flavors boost artifact perks, and higher rarities of those combat flavors give the opportunity to boost more than 1 artifact perk. Reward perks allows you to attune to specific weapons that are not craftable. Then they said they're revamping. Hold on a second.
Make sure and head out to Bungie.net after this.
Nah. Yeah, we're gonna go over that later. Then they're gonna they're revamping Onslaught, which is really cool. I'll see if I can get some gameplay in here earlier. I'll probably cop this up and then put it in the video. They're revamping Onslaught with new traps, like a turret that you can operate yourself with the ability to have Scorch rounds when upgraded. It also works with the artifact mods. That'll be really interesting. They said if you have on some Scorch flavored artifact mods, it will work with this. That's really cool. Airstrike is basically a missile turret that allows you to like mark a specific area, and whenever somebody walks into that area, it will basically send down a wall of fire like the Brigs do. They also said they updated the trip mines as well, that they will now let out a burst of slow, which is really cool because trip mines were pretty much useless earlier. And then they said it was what was the Onslaught name? I forgot what they said. Oh, Onslaught Salvation. There were going to be 3 new maps. The map that they showed in this gameplay is Widow's Court, as you can see. There will be new enemies like the Shadow Legion and the Shadow Legion and the Scorn is going to be available to play against now, which is really cool. The new battle pass will have the new battle pass weapon is a stasis breach loaded primary ammo grenade launcher that also has the ability of the micro missile trait, because we see them jumping, a rocket jumping in this gameplay. It hits really hard, and the exotic perks allows you to when you kill enemies, it will drop something that you can pick up that you can then use to special reload to create ammo. So you can add 50% and you can make special ammo, and at 100% you can make heavy ammo. So that's really, really cool. I look forward to working with that. I feel like it'll be really good for certain builds. Similar to how it was in a regular Onslaught, round 6, you'll have the ability, you'll be going into a Baron ship, basically the way they explain it, and you'll be able to fight Revenant Barons. So where you go to help save some Elixir, and on wave 30, back to the Revenant Barons. There's going to be something inside there that I can't really remember the name of right now. After you kill it, that you have to go down and chase it and break that, similar to breaking the Hive Ghost. So if you don't do that, they will respawn. So that'd be really cool. On wave 30, you'll be able to get a fully masterwork double trait episodic weapon, which would be really cool, along with another one if you're doing 50 as well, like we used to. Banes are active only in expert mode, which is really cool. I can't wait to see more about Banes. A new double fire stasis grenade launcher is coming as well, with a new perk called Envious Arsenal that allows you to reload the weapon whenever you do damage to the other ones. They said it's specifically made for damage rotations, which is really cool. A stasis hand cannon that I get with a perk that I can't remember the name of because I missed it. Whenever you destroy a stasis crystal, it gives you frost armor, and you can combine that with that because of this gun can also roll with headstone. There's another arc weapon with a new perk that allows you to jolt targets on sustained fire. You can combine that with loose change for a good amount of synergy there. But what I'm most excited about is they gave us some more information on Icebreaker. 2 things. Apparently, it is now stasis, which is really cool. And secondly, it regenerates ammo on assists and final blows. Inverted Spire is coming back with a revamp, and the artifact mod has a great focus on grenade launchers and stasis, which is really cool because I love stasis. I'm all for going back to my stasis builds. Let's keep it going. Act 2 is coming back with a fan favorite activity that they did not tell us about. Let me know what you guys think is going to be in the comments below. I feel like honestly, if it's not related to the season, if it's Crucible, since they've been bumping up the amount of players you can have in Crucible. We got like 12v12 Clash and stuff like that. They had a Guardian at a Bungie Day, Guardian kind of, which I like to call it, but GCX. I feel like they might be bringing back Combined Arms. Combined Arms could be lit. I'm just saying, it could be fun. There is a new earnable skimmer that you can buy from Xur. It's called the Surfboard. It looks really cool. I'll show some gameplay here. But moving on to some Frontier news. Frontier news is, so basically they wanted to go over what the meaning of medium-sized expansion is. The medium-sized expansions, because there are going to be 2 of them, it'll be multiple big tempo moments similar in size to Rise of Iron, with the post-game experience like Dreaming City and the Pale Heart, which is really cool. Replayability is really important in this new system. So because you can promote you to play the new content again with the new tiered weapon system and tiered armor system. They're trying to get rid of the constant of like, do this, then fly to the helm, talk to Failsafe, and then go to Nessus and pick this up, and then fly to the tower and talk to Ikora, and then fly back to Nessus and watch this cutscene, and then go talk to a holo projector in the helm. They want to get rid of that, so they're going to be slowly moving away from that in Revenant, and then they said by Apollo, that'll be completely gone, so it's really good. And Apollo, they'll be giving us a new abilities. Now, they did not confirm whether or not there's actually like new aspects or anything like that. They make it seem like it's new, like small abilities, like similar to Metrovania, because they say this one is incredibly inspired by Metrovania, to where you'll go to area A, find out that you can't go to area A without this ability, so you go to area B, find out the ability you need is in area C, get the ability in area C, and then rotate back to area A to get the thing in area A. So I'm assuming it's probably one of those abilities, not like a specific ability to our subclass, even though that could be pretty cool, really cool. They also want to give us a reason to explore and reward the players that do so, which is really interesting. The best way to explain Apollo is like going into a mansion and you know there's a secret area around there. There's a secret room somewhere, but every place you look looks like a dead end. And you finally, but you know it's there, so you're looking around, finding the pieces, and then you pull down that book, and then you start exploring a secret room that looked like a blocked off area or before. So overall, it seems really cool. I'm really interested in it. Overall, three main things I'm really excited about. A, Onslaught looks really cool. They did not mention anything about new brave weapons, which would have been really cool. I think this would have been a perfect time to add more brave weapons. Even though they said the Salvation one is just for this season, so I'm assuming the focus is just going to be the episodic weapons, which is fine, because they did say they aren't craftable. Now, if it's similar to the thing that was, because they, like I said, I'm sorry for I'm talking really fast. They said it's not craftable, which is that's true. This will be the first season in ages to where none of the weapons are craftable, unless it's like it is now, to where we have the seasonal weapons that are craftable, but they have a second set of weapons that's from like an older season that aren't craftable. So like this time, like for example, in this season, we've got the Vex Mythoclast themed weapons that are craftable, but the Season of the Saint, which I like to call, which my favorite armor set ever and my favorite set of weapons ever, are available to get from Enigma Protocol, but they are not craftable. So I wonder if it's like that. If it's not, that'd be really cool. So we got a reason to go on the Onslaught and chase those weapons, because they aren't craftable. But they are focusable though, using the potions, like I said before. Really excited about that. Really excited about the weapons. Y'all know I love Stasis. Stasis is like is my second favorite subclass. I love Solar Big Hammer Titans here. I want them to buff it. I saw Hail of the Storm back, which was really good. Hail of the Storm was like one of the best artifact mods in Season of the Wish for Stasis builds. They had this other thing, and I'll see if I can find gameplay and I'll put it here. During the Salvation's Onslaught mode, we saw like this Warlock putting down a really big rift that spawned in 4 stasis crystals. Like every time he spawned it, I wonder if that's a new aspect for the stasis subclasses, because we haven't got aspects for stasis since like Beyond Light finished. So if we get into new stasis aspects for the Warlock, and I'm assuming that the Warlock is getting one, all of us are getting one, which is really cool, because that one looks really cool. It looked like a rift that was like 2 times the size of a normal rift, and in each corner of the square around that circular rift was a stasis crystal, which looked really cool. It could be definitely really good for stasis builds. All right, developer insight, next generation armor. Blah blah. We're gonna skip all of this because TLDR. Okay, TLDR. Armor will be more active, interesting part of build crafting. Be a more active and interesting part of build crafting. Stats will be reworked to be more impactful, less confusing, and less constraining. Set bonuses will be introduced to give individual armor sets more unique identities and build crafting elements. The problem. In the years since the last major update in Shadowkey for Armors 2.0, good lord, that's been ages, armor has settled into a relatively static part of the reward story. Once you have the right stat rules, there's very little else to look forward to. And the intricate balance of stat values has a lock-in effect that makes it hard to want to swap anything out anyway. For armor to be exciting again, it needs some unique properties and stats to need to be easier to manage without. For armor to be exciting again, it needs more unique properties and stats needs to be easier to manage without so much for fine-tuning. Solution: rework stat mechanics. Stats on armor will be changing in Codename Frontiers in order to make them more player-friendly. The first major change is the mechanics of stat themselves. Stat effects will no longer be tiered by every 10 points. Every point in a stat will provide a benefit. The change was intended to reduce the lock-in effect that happens when a fine-tuned combination of stat values makes it feel impossible to switch out any single armor piece. Stat effects will be capped at 200 with the range of 101 to 200, providing an additional powerful effect building on this base effect. This change is intended to support deeper investment and smaller number of stats, and spikier stat distributions on armor with fewer secondary dumb stats. In addition to the above changes, the distribution of stat armor will also be changing. Legendary armor will have a stat archetype, which determines the primary and secondary stat types, with a third stat being a free roll. The value of these stats should overall be spikier and leading to fewer points in dumb stats. The class slot, Hunter Cloaks, Warlock Bonds, and Titan Marks will have full stat distributions on par with other slots. Okay, so Warlock Bonds will have stats now. Great. Ooh, I like this. So you'll have a flat 30 bonus to strength, 10 to intellect, and 20 to strength. 20 to discipline. And then the two ones are okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand all this. This is a brawler setup, I'm assuming. Brawler armor archetypes have extreme melee and other close range capabilities. So they focus on strength for melee, because it's the brawler, of course, and discipline with a little bit of focus and intellect. Overall, okay, this is the set bonus. Primary stat, secondary stat, and into tertiary stat. Okay, this is really cool. I'm really excited about this. The results will be a smaller number of unique stats on any armor piece, with a larger contribution to these stats, and every stat point providing a benefit. These changes should ultimately make every piece of armor more interesting and easier to evaluate. New stats. Some stats will be changing with 3 goals in mind: improve specific weak stats that offer little value, intellect; reduce or eliminate mandatory must-have stats, resilience; overall improve understandably of stats and their effects. These changes are still under active development, but there are a few examples from work-in-progress designs which will eventually include most or all of the current stats found on armor. Discipline from 1 to 100 provides increasing grenade cooldown reduction. From 101 to 200 provides an increasing chance to gain a bonus grenade charge whenever your grenade becomes available. Stat rename to grenade to improve readability. Understandable. 1 to 100 for strength. 1 to 100 increases the melee cooldown reduction. From 101 to 200 provides an increased chance to gain a bonus melee charge whenever your powered melee becomes available. Stats renamed to melee to improve readability. Special ammo. What? From 1 to 100 increases the rate at which special ammo bricks drop from final blows. From 101 to 200 provides an increasing chance that the double-sized brick will drop. Okay. I like that a lot. Special ammo. Okay. This will be really good for double special builds. Set bonuses. The second major change to armor is an introduction of a set bonus. Think of them like origin traits for armor. They'll represent the theme of the armor and allow you to reflect that fantasy in the way your build plays. Set bonuses are perks granted when you equip 2 or 4 pieces of armor from the same set. This allows you to either commit to 2 bonuses from the same set, or find combinations that fit your unique needs. We're keeping both approaches in mind as they take shape, and we're excited to see what each Guardian chooses to do with their new tools. Note that there is no bonus at 5 pieces because most builds are expected to include a piece of exotic armor. Understandable. As you'll see, perks will consist of either existing mods or will be newly designed. We've included a few examples below that represent the general direction we like to go. Okay, so for the text mechanical, 1 to 2 pieces. While shooting from the hip, you have increased movement speed and weapon handling. Effects increase when you score hits. For 2 to 4 pieces, Text Mechanica weapons have an increased range and accuracy when hip fired. Okay. This be good for like last word. Non-stop aggression. Final blows with a freshly reloaded weapons heal you. Damaging a target with a shotgun or a fusion rifle increases the damage it takes from those weapons for a short time. Okay. Demolitionist expert. Direct hits with explosive weapons temporarily increase their reload speed. Repeated direct hits with explosive weapons temporarily increase grenade ability damage. Okay. Vanguard operative. Activating your grenade gives you and nearby allies damage resistance against combatants. Defeating champions with a finisher generates special ammo for you and your fire team. Ooh. So I could definitely see maybe you could do a 4-piece set of Vanguard operatives with maybe a 2-piece set of demo expert or non-aggression. But you could definitely, actually no, because I don't even need that. Because I don't need that last part. Okay, so I could see maybe a 2-piece set for Vanguard operatives and a 4-piece set of non-stop aggression. So you can have the activating your grenade gives you and nearby allies damage resistance, and then you can get the damaging a target with a shotgun or a fusion rifle, increase the damage it takes from those weapons for a short time. That could be really good. So you get the 2-piece set from Vanguard operative, the 4-piece set from wait, no, hold on. Because you can't have 2 4s. So you're gonna, because it's only 5 pieces. That's 5. Hold on. Then you would have no exotic. Armor, wait, head, chest, gauntlets, boots, class item. Am I tripping? So you can't, oh, okay. So you're gonna have to combine 2 4-piece sets or 2 2-piece sets or 1 4-piece set. So you could do maybe a Vanguard operative with a, I don't know. These two-piece bonuses don't seem that good, if I'm being honest with you. They don't seem that good. I feel like we got to go all in. And the ones they're showing us don't seem that good. Let me just make sure real quick. Okay. So yeah, you either got to go with a 4-piece set or a 2 2-piece sets. So I would say you could do maybe, I would say if I had to figure out something to combine, you could do a 2-piece set of non-stop aggression and then a 2-piece set of Vanguard operative, or a 2-piece set of non-stop aggression, 2-piece set of demolitionist experts. So, but that seems cool. What happens to my old armor? Old legendary armor will be changed as little as possible, but because the change to stat mechanics and types are global changes, old armor pieces will have their stat types, but not their values, changed around. When possible, these changes will be the most similar stat, but with some stats being fundamentally reworked, this won't always be possible. I feel bad for Quad King, because that means all his armor is going to be trash. I'm joking, by the way. What about exotic armor? Yes, this is really important. Updating the exotic armor pursuit is on our roadmap, but won't be part of the initial update that is focusing on legendary armor. So to make sure that exotics and their build-defining perks remain a compelling option, we are working out a design that will allow players to update their exotic armor to bring that stat bonus in line with other changes to legendary armor. The exotic class items introduced in Final Shape are a special case. Even though legendary class items will be gaining full random stats with this update, we don't wish to add additional randomness to exotic class items chase. Instead, we'll be providing a method for players to update their exotic class items with additional stats of their choosing to bring them in line with their stat contribution to the new legendary items. More details on the longer term plans of exotic armor coming in with the nail has been nailed now. Okay, I got an idea, Bungie. I'm gonna sell it to you. What if for the specific exotic armor with its located foundry? So for example, I don't freaking know. Let's do, I don't know the foundries of some of these exotic armors, but let's just say that Crest of Alpha Lupi was a actually no. Let's just say that Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves is a text mechanical weapon. Text mechanic armor piece. You should make it so that exotic armor piece counts for 2. It counts for 2 of the pieces. So that way, if I have on an exotic armor piece, I can have the 4 and a 2. Because if I got on a 2-piece of Text Mechanica, and then I get a 2-piece of the Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves, and then I combine that with the 4-piece of Vanguard Operative. So I can have 2-piece text with a Vanguard op, or moving forward, let's make Crest of Alpha Loop. No. Let's make Armamentarium. That's perfect. Make Armamentarium Demolitionist Expert. So that way I can have Demolitionist Expert and non-stop aggression all at the same time. Perfect. I'm telling you, I'm selling you an idea. Take it. That'd be perfect. Let Armamentarium, let exotics, like theme the exotics around specific foundries. So like I said, the perfect opportunity would be to give Armamentarium 2 stacks of Demolitionist Expert. That would be perfect. I think that'd be beautiful. My vault is full. Where am I supposed to store all this new armor? Exactly. We know that vault pressure is a real problem for many players, even with the recent increased vault space. Outside of adding more space and option, real solutions that enable long-term storage of more desirable roles are really hard problems. But those are problems we're penciling into our roadmap at or around next year's second expansion, codenamed Behemoth. We'll share more details when we have a clearer direction for how we think we can solve this one. Okay, overall, this is pretty good. Bungie still my idea. I think that'd be beautiful. I'm gonna tweet this at them as well, because I feel like that'd be really good to like have a reason to have those armors, to have each exotic armor factor into a set bonus, because that'd be perfect. Like I'm telling you, make Armamentarium take like 2 stacks and give you immediately 2 stat bonus of Demolitionist. That way I could have Armamentarium on with 2 more stacks, 2 more Demolitionist weapons, and then I can have on a double stat from a Vanguard operative. So you'd be able to have a 4 set and a 2 set if you have an exotic, which would be really cool. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. That's the whole link. Hope you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for coming through the stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day. For this one, stay spooky.